Okay. So, I think the screen share has stopped. Mhm. Yes. Sorry. So, these are the certain examples what we are going to discuss. So we were talking about the whistling at someone. Whistling at someone. Uh, I request somebody is trying to record it. Please don't record it. I have cleared it at the start of the session itself that we are recording it and we are going to upload it on a YouTube and we are going to share the link with all of you. Okay. So please don't try to record it. Whistling at someone. Whistling at someone, that means any unwarranted whistling, like we know. Now you will say why you are discussing this particular thing, because it is a common thing. But yes, if we are sitting in a group and somebody is whistling, somebody is singing a song while whistling and all that, and that is being accepted by the group, and that is purely for the entertainment within that group with everybody's consent to it, then will it be a sexual harassment? Obviously not. But if you are whistling at somebody with a weird intention and that is a unwelcome behavior for that someone, definitely going to be a sexual harassment case. So the same thing goes down for all the listed attributes, all the listed example, that is making sexual comments, turning work discussion to sexual topics, telling sexual jokes or stories, making sexual comments about a person's clothing, anatomy, or looks or person's body. These days, body shaming things are very critically handled also and very critically taken also. See, we usually make a comment on somebody that he or she is so fat or black or white or whatnot. But then, khate pite khandan ke ho ya nahi ho or whatever. But then, if that thing is going to hurt someone's sentiments, then definitely it will fall under the subtopic of body shaming for the sexual harassment. So making kissing sounds, howling and smacking lips, giving a massage around the neck or shoulders without anybody's wish, touching person's clothing, hair or body. These all are unwelcome behaviors when they are done without the consent of somebody, and then definitely they fall under the virtue of sexual harassment. Sending emails, physical assault, looking up and down a person's body, facial expression of sexual nature, posters, drawings, pictures, screensavers, emails of a sexual nature, and very important, spreading rumors. Spreading rumors is a very critical harassment which is being identified. See, we talk about somebody with just jokingly or whatever, with whatever intentions. We talk about someone's personal life. We talk about someone's personal relations. We talk about someone's personal bonding with somebody at the workplace. And then how it takes the turn. We all are aware about the grapevine communication patterns. So when we say one thing to other person, and then the second thing to the third person, and fourth, fifth and sixth, and then by the time it reaches the 10th person, what uh, what is the amount of gamut of its actual status where it takes, we really can't even imagine, and it may ruin somebody's personal life. So spreading rumors is also not acceptable. So let's see some more examples. These are the certain dialogues which have been listed out of the case studies which we have been going through for all these period. So this is the first dialogue wherein a junior was joining and there was an induction meeting with the senior person, and then he said that मैं तुम्हारा senior हूँ, अच्छा ख्याल रखूंगा. Now, consider whether that junior is a boy or a girl. We are not talking about a gender, because definitely gender equality also matters, and we are going to talk about the POSH at the gender equality also. So let's consider this is junior A and a senior B. So B is saying मैं तुम्हारा senior हूँ, अच्छा ख्याल रखूंगा in the induction meeting. Now up to that wherein induction meeting is getting conducted, it is a part and parcel of the procedure. But what you are saying in the same, if it is making the other person uncomfortable at the first instance, will it be advisable? Will it be acceptable? And will it work in your favor in gaining the all the productivity which is desired out of that resource? So when you are saying मैं तुम्हारा senior हूँ, the person already knows that you are a senior of that person. And अच्छा ख्याल रखूंगा means what? You are not here to take care of somebody. You all are here to work for the organization and obtain a compensation against that work. So this was a very serious thing. It wasn't identified during the induction meeting. This was a dialogue given in the first induction meeting, and then slowly, when the work started, the juniors started feeling that there is um, unwarranted remarks or unwarranted uh, wants which are coming from senior, and then that time it triggered that okay, this was the statement which was given to me in the induction meeting, wherein it was a hint for me to have to be the person of the senior's object. So this was a very serious case which we have seen, and the detailed proceedings we definitely cannot share, but the dialogue is shared here for your reference. The next is, this is again a genuine but as well as turn into a severe impact case. Uh, in this case, what has happened, there was a target which was given to the junior officer to complete within a week's time. And for that task purpose, the week's time was quite enough. But when at the end of the week, the team leader asked his subordinate that about the status of the task, that report was supposed to be done. The person has shown his or her incompetence, that the report was not ready. Now the team leader got furious and said that you have to finish reporting tonight or I will finish you tomorrow morning. Now on that team leader's head, a manager is sitting. On manager's head, top management is sitting for that reporting on the same day or maybe to be presented on the next day. And this was the instant reaction by the team leader. Say, consider if this is the case, then in this case also, when you are saying that finish reporting tonight, what does that mean? The working hours are already over. Still beyond working hours, you are forcing someone to work on it. You can request, but then here you are forcing someone. And you are not stopping here itself. They're saying that I will finish you tomorrow morning if you don't do that. That means it's a life threat, clear cut life threat you are giving. So is it acceptable? Definitely not. But my friends, let me share with you, the case was much beyond this. This this was a case, this was a status that the subordinate had not finished the reporting. Team leader required the reporting, but at the same time, the team leader had an interest also in the subordinate. Some sexual malicious interests were there. So whenever the reporting was supposed to be done, during the reporting, every time one task is completed, the subordinate was required to message the team leader that, okay, check this. If it is okay, I'm going to work on the next day. Then check this, then next day, then check this. So the whole night, if the junior would have been working on this, then the whole night on your WhatsApp, his or her DP is going to get flashed. And are you going to enjoy that DP? And if it is so, then isn't it a sexual harassment? So I gave you two perspectives, and the case was little bit into the second perspective more. So this was a severe sexual harassment case, which was very critically handled by ICC. This is the common case which we usually uh, share, and we usually learn during regular POSH sessions, that somebody is holding someone's hand to drag the mouse click. Now, this has actually happened that a junior who is not at all conversant with the Excel sheet working was given a task to prepare an Excel sheet wherein a formula was put into the cell one, and then the formula was supposed to be dragged down. The person who is showing how to drag the formula would have very well said that, can you please get up? And the person can sit down in the chair and drag it by herself or himself and show it how to drag it. And then it could have been done. But this didn't happen. So anyway, so this is how the cases happen. And when such cases happen, then the basic requirement lies with the employer. The basic onus lies with the employer. Uh, okay. Before going to the next slide explanation, just for everybody's information, this meeting will end in 10 minutes, but then we will re-log into this meeting uh, link, and then we will start again from wherever we have stopped. So request all of you to join again. Okay, the role of employer. Now you can see the 3D role, wherein establish ICC, implement policy, and raise awareness. We are talking about it. And definitely the Act has also given this directive. What do we mean by establish ICC? And why this R, C is into bracket and then C? So, first of all, the Act, the Prevention of Sexual Harassment, that is Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, Prohibition, Prevention and Redressal Act 2030, has been talking about the Internal Complaints Committee originally. But for your information, in 2016, the Act has been amended, and the Act has omitted the word complaints. It is only a internal committee. Even the local complaints committee made to local committee. So it is no more, we are no more a complaints committee. We are internal committee for even open for suggestions. Now the employer shall establish ICC, should implement the policy, should raise the awareness. These are the basic things we all know. And with respect to that, these definitions also we should be aware about. That is, who is the aggrieved person with whom the incident takes place. Who is the employee? We all know that, including third party and contractual workers or even daily wagers, everybody, consultants, they fall under the definition of employee. The complainant can be different from the aggrieved person, or can be the same. That is, in case if the victim is not in a position to file the complaint, somebody else can file the complaint with the written consent of the aggrieved person. So, in certain cases, aggrieved person and complainant are the same people, or in certain cases, aggrieved person and complainant can be the different people, two different people. Then the respondent. Respondent is a very important word, because until and unless it is proved that the person who has been alleged with certain acts of unwarranted nature is proved to be the guilty of it, the person cannot be called as a criminal. He is supposed to be the respondent, because under the principle of natural justice, equal opportunity should be given to the other person to put forward his or her side. Workplace we all know, but with the increase in the working on digital platforms, now these days we have even started working on online platforms, or even from the beginning, from many years there have been travels on the site work, or in the market area, or whatever, for work purpose, wherever you are going in for the procurement and all that, all those places are termed as your workplace. The digital platform right now, if such kind of a online meeting is being arranged by the organization, by the establishment, your employer, and you are attending it, that also becomes the workplace for certain people. So this is the workplace. And then internal complaints committee, which we have already talked about it, wherein slowly we have to move towards from ICC to IC, or a POSH committee. Process of complaint redressal is very briefly it is shared over here. We may go deep into it if you are willing to understand it. First place is lodging a complaint, then complaint resolution, during the complaint resolution if relief measures are required, and then establishing the report. So this is the basic four corners of the complaint redressal mechanism. Evolution of POSH, just to before getting deep into the redressal mechanism, I would like to just remind all of you, we have already discussed the case of Bhavri Devi in our past session. So those who are not aware about it, do definitely go back and check the case of Bhavri Devi, a social worker who faced a gang rape in the state of Rajasthan, and then the NGO called Vishakha, who fought along with her and on behalf of her, wherein we got our Vishakha guidelines in the year 1997, and finally the POSH Act in 2013. So this is how we have worked upon it. Redressal mechanism, before we see, prior to that, many of my friends over here are part of internal committee, because in our response we have received that almost 54% participants today are part of ICC. So please understand what is your role. You have to provide a legal protection. So legal protection to the person, to the victim. So basically, what do we mean by legal protection? See, already the ICC has the power of session courts. You can summons the person, you can call upon the witnesses, you can record the statements, you can establish the judgment. The presiding officer will work as a controlling authority for the same, and ultimately you can conclude the inquiry, and you can conclude the report, and even decide the actions within the gamut of the act. Now, beyond that, if the incidence is of a grave nature or a serious nature, then my suggestion to all of you is, please don't try to handle it within your limitations, because certain things are beyond our limitations. You should give each and every possible support to the aggrieved person, wherein the intervention of the legal system is required. Okay. The second important thing is ensure fairness. We cannot be biased, and if at all somewhere being a part of ICC, if you feel any of the member is becoming biased about anything, then you should voice out even within the ICC itself. So that fairness in your movement, your thoughts, and your actions should be completely on unbiased platform. Then create awareness. Creating awareness. What do we mean by creating awareness? Awareness session ले लो, posters display करो, messages flash करो, posh policy display करो. It is not only that, but then even you have to ensure that whenever you are within the team, you have to ensure that people are aware about their rights. People are aware about the safety mechanism which is available for them for their own safety. And for that purpose, one very important thing which I am going to suggest over here for all the ICC as well as for all the HRs or all the participants, don't limit POSH only to women safety. It is, though the act is about the women at workplace, the prevention of sexual harassment is required even by males and even by transgenders. So we will see how they are covered legally. But the POSH policy can be inclusive of all genders. You need not to limit it to only women related issues, because all the males will feel that यहाँ पे रोज एचआर आता है, पॉश वाले आते हैं, हमको बोलते हैं ये मत करो वो मत करो, पॉश एक्ट, women at workplace, women at workplace, women at workplace. Then what? Why are we are here for? If we are also going to work and if anything happens to us, then who are going to protect us? So ensure that your POSH policy is not only talking about the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act 2013, but it is talking about the overall coverage for all the genders working in the organization. So, so we will go through the redressal process quickly. Redressal process under the POSH Act. Though it is a POSH Act, even it is